We got to get cruising here. We got about 15 minutes left in the show. We got a bunch of beers to dive into today. Let's bring in Andrew Gass from Vacay Brewing. He joins us. Andrew, how you doing this morning, man?
Excellent, fellas. How you guys doing today?
We are doing just fine. Where are you guys located?
We're in the Curry Barracks, so like the old Army barracks here in just outside of downtown in Southwest Calgary.
Oh, okay. And how long have you guys been going? Give us a little bit of a history here.
We've been in the market since like December 2021. We've probably been in our spot now just over 2 years, so we're kind of newish, but now kind of getting into more into the mainstream.
How many beers have you guys rolled out since 2021?
Oh man, I would think like maybe 15.
Really?
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. What's the goal? How many you want to get to? Like 15 is a very reasonable number, is it not? Like 15 will keep you busy.
I think so. I mean, we're doing a couple of few beers a year that are brand new, and then kind of sticking with the cores. We make beers for people, like proprietary beers as well. So, we're doing all kinds of different things, but I don't know. My goal would be to never stop making them, right? Just do it forever.
just keep churning them out. Well, if you continue to have success, that's certainly something that you could end up doing.
We got half the arsenal here.
Yeah,
this morning.
I was going to say we got a bunch of them. So let's do. We got time for about 4. So let's dive into. Should we start with the Pocket Rocket? Is that the beer of the week at Sobeys?
That is the beer of the week. Yeah,
is that a good one to start with? You think?
I would think not, because it's a big dog. It's like a 7.5% double IPA. I mean, you want to wake up in the morning and get her going, then let's do that one.
Well, I mean, we've already drank a bottle and a half of wine on the show this morning.
For us.
So
yeah.
You're okay. We're in the middle of a gentleman's show because the Oilers, with the gentlemen sweep over the Stars. So let's do it. Let's just dive in. Let's just dive in. And we've already had a bunch of wine this morning. So let's just
feeling good.
Let's get into it. Tell us about the Pocket Rocket here, buddy. A double IPA. My goodness.
So we want to do something super fun with our beers. We love to have a good time, and just being a double IPA, doing something super boring just really isn't in the cards. We want to do something really cool. So we do some nostalgic things with our beers too. This one we put in 10 kilograms of rocket candies, like the ones that are you get on Halloween.
No way. Are you serious? Those are my favorite. Like when my kids like Halloween. They always just give me those because they hear, Daddy, we know you love rockets. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah.
So, we picked up a million of those things and
it's on the can.
Shoved them in the boil. And then obviously there's Belgian candy sugar in there to help sort of lift those, those sweet flavors. And then there's also some hop terpenes, which basically emulate kind of different fruit and candy flavors without it being overly hoppy. There's a good healthy dose of dry hop in there, about 10 kilos. It doesn't taste like it's 7.5%. Like if you're having a sip right now, you're just going to get super hazy, super rich, a little bit sweet, but not meant to be sweet. And then, if you're on the nose, if you're smelling it, you definitely get some like candy-esque, some dankness to it, some cotton candy, some citrus in there as well. So it's really got like a depth of flavor and some really cool aromas in there. And then, on the palate,
Let's cheers to a gentleman sweep.
Gentleman sweep show.
Cheers, fellas. Yep. On the palate, an IPA, can be blow your mind, super hoppy and kind of bitter. We don't like to do that. We want something that's super drinkable for everybody. So,
it's not really bitter at all.
No,
the general public might be scared away by like a double IPA. But when you drink this, you're definitely going to be like, okay, there's a lot in there that I could get into, right? There's some sweet flavors. There's some incredible aromas of the candy and stuff. And then when you taste it, it's not overly boozy. Like it doesn't taste like 7.5%.
It doesn't look scary. Like with the rocket.
It looks like it's one of the funnest looking beers I've ever seen.
Yeah. A whimsical beverage.
So I have to know, and then we want to try a few more of these, but who love it? Like, where did the idea to take all those rockets? Like, who loves rockets that was like, this is an idea for a beer?
Honestly, we're a bit of a collaborative here. So, I've definitely got the, creative brain, but I'll put out a harebrained idea to the fellas, my brewer, Mark, my business partner, Brad, and, I'll put out a crazy idea and they're, either tell me to go fly a kite or something that's like, okay, we could get into that. And I was like, we wanted to initially do like a Halloween beer, but then, everyone's doing pumpkin this and pumpkin that. And I was like, that's not what people are into right now. And then we got the idea for sort of the Pocket Rocket, and then it was our anniversary. So I wanted to do like a big bad beer that we hadn't done before, like, double IPA, higher alcohol, for our birthday. And so we launched it thinking it was going to be a seasonal. And then everybody was like, are you kidding me? This beer is unbelievable. Like, you guys got to keep making this beer. So, here we are like a year later, and we haven't stopped making it. So
yeah, and this one is the beer of the week. A 4-pack is $14.99 at Sobeys
which is
Safeway.
an absolute smoking deal for a double IPA, like ridiculous.
Yeah. That's a killer deal right now. So this would be great for the weekend. So all right, I'm seeing a Tangerine Speedo, Hoptopus. I'm probably saying that wrong. The Weekender, Kona Crush. Where do you want us to go next?
Let's get into, we'll go backwards because we started with such a big beer. So let's go Tangerine Speedo. That's our flagship beer. That's the most popular beer we make.
This is the one,
we ever made. Our very first recipe, first beer we ever launched, and definitely the top-selling beer in our entire repertoire.
Hell of a name.
Yeah, I was going to say, for a Tangerine beer to be, like, that's pretty impressive for you guys then, for this one to be your biggest one.
Yeah, like, at the time it was launched, New England IPAs were super hot. They haven't really gone away in popularity, but they were definitely the absolute killer beer of of all the styles going on in the world. And this beer has no tangerine in it whatsoever, so it's all hop emulated flavors, right? We're getting all the flavors from like the Mandarina Bavaria, the Sabro hops. So you're getting some tropical vibes, a little bit of coconut, a little bit of pineapple. Kind of going on there, but it's all derived from the hops, and it's an amazing citrus burst on the nose. Like you're not going to get, it's going to be like an explosion of citrus on the nose, and so you would swear there was fresh tangerines, squeezed in there, but there's not.
All right, well, cheers to an upcoming Stanley Cup final. Hey, let's do it. 126 likes away from setting our all-time show record too. So hammer that thumbs up.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
It's a bit of a party in there.
Oh, there is a lot going on with this beer, isn't there? God.
Yeah, it wakes you up for sure.
Like it hits the back of your tongue. Like, you're like, oh, and then boom, it kicks you right in the mouth.
And once again, for 5.8%, it's not going to blow your doors off. It's not going to make you think like, holy shit, that's got too much going on as far as flavors go or as far as booziness. So it's definitely approachable, and people love the fun, the fun can, the fun label.
Very welcoming, yeah.
A lot of jokes made about Speedos and
Don't worry, we got a guy who works with us that basically wears shorts or a shorter Speedos every single day.
Tommy would love
the last thing you want to see is me in a Speedo, right? So
yeah. Well, you're wearing the short shorts again today, Tommy. My God. God, you're ridiculous.
Oops,
okay, let's do one more. We got Kona Crush Weekender. Which one? What do you want to see? Oh, what's this one? We got a couple more of it. What's this one? Flow Rider. We've got that one. Where do you want to go?
Let's go into Flow Rider.
Okay.
Flow Rider is a much lower alcohol beer, so it's 3.8%. It's made in our French oak foeder, which is like a gigantic wine barrel that you guys have already had your wine this morning.
Yeah.
So it's fermented, open fermentation. So it's not closed, it's an open vessel. So you get a lot of the oak flavors. The wine barrel was previously used for making like Pinot Noirs and Syrahs in California.
No way.
And we bought the barrel. And so
does that linger in a bit? Does that linger in a little bit as you
100%.
do it?
That wood will hold those tannins and those flavors forever, right? So it's just in there. But it's passion fruit peach, and it's been an unbelievable beer for us in that it really kind of appeals to like every crowd. It's kind of got some cider-esque, some wine-esque notes to it. Females seem to love it. Guys love it. It's just a lighter option, and it is a sour beer. It's a Berliner Weiss. So it's a German wheat beer that's a little bit on the tart side.
Did you say a Berliner Weiss?
Berliner Weiss, yep.
Man, we've been doing beer of the week for over a decade. I've never heard the term Berliner Weiss, so that's kind of neat. All right, well,
it's like a 200-year-old style from Germany that's been revived, and they used to pour cordial in it and feed it to their children back in the day. So it's a beer that's been around for forever and a dog's age.
Okay, you got to say what you just said again. I got to pay more attention to what you just said about the kids. What's going on here?
So in Berlin was where it was founded, where it was made. It was basically like a family-made beer that families used to just make on their own. And they would dumb this beer down with a little bit of cordial, like some sweet currant syrup or something along those lines. And you can still have the beer served that way with a little sidecar of cordial and a Berliner Weiss in Berlin. And it's just a really nice sort of afternoon treat, lunchtime kind of beer, lower alcohol. So yeah, it's really enjoyable.
Well, it's afternoon for us, so let's cheers to this one. Learning something new on the show every day.
Absolute.
Cheers. Here we go. Oh my goodness!
Whoa!
That one, the flavor hits you while it's like it's coming in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's just like boom, right there, right away. That's amazing.
So what is that initial flavor that gets in there?
Yeah, the very first one. Like, what's that first thing that hits you?
You're definitely going to get the passion fruit because it's definitely a bit more of like punch you in the face kind of flavor.
Yeah.
Wow.
The peach is, that peach is kind of like that smooth backbone. And then you get the funkiness from that open air fermentation that is a little bit of funk going on in there. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, one more time. Where can people find you? What's the website and stuff?
So Vacay vacaybrew.co. You can find all the information about us on our website. Pop into the brewery, hang out with us. We'll give you a tour. Come and sample our beers, or stop in at Sobeys and pick up any one of the lineup here for a great price.
Yeah, and of course, the Pocket Rocket is the one that's on special at Sobeys right now for $14.99. Andrew, thanks a lot for popping on, man. We appreciate it.
Cheers, fellas.
All right, there you go. That is Andrew Gass from Vacay Brewco. And Mike,
these are fun beers.
This would be, if you like craft beer and you like beers with flavor, this would be a fun, if you can pick up a couple of these.
Yeah.
That one, the Flow Rida. I don't know if I've ever had a beer it's like the full explosion. It was.
Yeah. That rocket one is. That's where
it smells like the candy rockets, which
and a very welcoming can too, like with the rockets on there. The font's great and everything is.
I don't want to say I was not very cool in high school, but I remember in high school, you could get like a little tin of mints.
Yes.
I bought one of those tins of mints and I poured them all out and I put a bunch of rockets in it.
Yeah.
And I take it to high school with me and I just have rockets throughout the day. So when he said that, my mind was blown away. I love those things.